Good afternoon, everyone. Today is May 28th. This is third period English A2 here at KIT Iizuka. Let's begin with the calendar. You probably already know this, but the academic calendar, I'll just click it here, shows that on June 11th, June 11th here, you might not be able to see that. I'll just make that a little bigger. June 11th, right here. You can see that. June 11th. That's a holiday. A holiday. We don't have classes on that day. That's the Kyotsu Kyoiku Kamoku Shikenbi. So there won't be a class for English. And your test is the week before that, on June 4th. I mentioned this before last week, but remember, make sure that your computer is ready to go. The battery is completely charged for your computer. If you have not yet installed Moodle on your smartphone or your tablet, please make sure you do so just in case. And if I were you, I would bring my charger for your computer because you never know when you need it. Okay. Oh, and last thing, don't forget your headphones. You'll need headphones for the test because there's a listening section. Wired headphones, wireless headphones, no problem. Just make sure they're all working. Okay. Now, for this week, I want to begin by reminding you that, I'll remind you from here. If you remember, in the first two classes of the semester, we were looking at how to do your extensive reading. You are expected to read 10 books from the Moodle reader system. You have to do a quiz for each one, and you've already done the first one. And then you have to do the actual reading report. Now, I look at the reading reports that I have for my class here. It looks like so far only 9 people have made any kind of a submission to that. I looked through that list. Only 3 people have made more than one submission, only 2 submissions. A lot of you have not yet submitted your reading reports or your reading quizzes for the extensive reading. Remember, you have to read 10 books. That's a lot. And this week is already week 7. That means we'll basically only have 8 more weeks, 9 more weeks if you count the option week. Let's say 9. So if you have read the one book, but you haven't sent in the report, okay. But that means that you have to read one book every week. And you might not yet know this, but in university, you get really, really busy at the end of the semester. Okay, you have a lot of homework, plus you have reports to write, plus you have all of your tests, and the English class makes you read all of these books. If you wait until the very end to read those other 9 or 8 books, that is going to be a lot of work, and you will not really get as much out of it. You're supposed to read this over the whole semester. But you still have to read them, so the best I can do is tell you, you don't have much time. You have only about 9 weeks to do this. I would suggest you just get started. Start reading, and if you look over here, don't forget you have to do your extensive reading reports and the reading quizzes for each one, okay? Now, this week, we're going to be starting with Quizlet, okay? And this is the Quizlet set that we'll be working with. Next, you have the homework answers for the last homework that you did last week. And if you look on that list, you also have your homework for this week. Hasn't signed yet? Everybody signed? Okay, great. Then, after the homework, okay, so homework submission number 4. This is the first homework submission for Chapter 7. Chapter 7 is not on the midterm test. So you should do the homework, but you don't worry about it being on the test. When you're studying for the midterm test covers Chapter 1 the vocabulary for chapter 1, which are the first 3 vocabulary sets that we did, and the shadow talking that we have already done, plus all of your quizzes. But the quizzes are based on the textbook. So if you read the first chapter, chapter 1 for the textbook, you should be ready. You also have a grammar quiz that was based on what we did in class. And as always, you have a reflection that I want you to do before tomorrow night. And this one is about artificial intelligence, and not just transformers or GPTs, and not just artificial intelligence, but the idea of super intelligence. So watch the video, answer the question, write your answer, send it up to Moodle. Okay? Don't forget, next week we have a test. We'll begin with looking at the vocabulary, give you a chance to review. Then we'll have the test in the last half of the class. Okay? Don't forget your headphones. Make sure that your computer is okay. Okay, so I think everybody signed? Alrighty. Then, this week, the Quizlet is for WIJ1C, which I believe looks like this. WIJ1C, open up Quizlet on your phone or on your tablet. Take a look through all of these words. There aren't that many. I think there are only 19. Yeah, 19 this week, so it's not a very big list. Don't forget to practice by speaking, and we'll get to our pair work very soon. If you ever have any questions, you can contact me at jdmcruz@gmail.com. Otherwise, come and talk to me here in class. Have a good class, everyone.